This presentation is Literacy Skills, Educational Attainment, Nativity, and Motivational Learn among Middle-Aged Adults in the United States. The authors of this presentation are Shalini Sahu, Roberto Millar, Takashi Yamashita, and Phyllis Cummins. And I'm Sydney Shadovitz, who will be presenting this PowerPoint. This presentation was originally an interactive poster presented at the American Educational Research Association 2021 annual meeting. This study examined how literacy skills, educational attainment, and nativity status are associated with motivation to learn. Nationally representative data of adults between the ages of 40 and 65 years were obtained from the 2012-2014 Program for International Assessment of Adult Competencies, otherwise known as PIAC. Structural equation models showed that higher literacy skills and post-secondary educational attainment were associated with greater motivation to learn. Additionally, foreign-born individuals tended to have lower motivation to learn than US-born individuals. Limited literacy skills, educational attainment, and being an immigrant are potential barriers to motivation towards lifelong learning participation among middle-aged adults. The objective of this study is to examine how literacy skills, educational attainment, and nativity status are associated with motivation to learn among middle-aged adults in the United States. Lifelong learning has become crucial in a time of globalization and automation, especially for middle-aged and older workers, as degrees attained in earlier life may no longer be sufficient. Yet, less than half of adults participate in lifelong learning, with even lower rates among middle-aged adults. For the methods, a nationally representative data of adults between the ages of 40 and 65 years were obtained from the 2012-2014 Program for International Assessment of Adult Competencies, otherwise known as PIAC. The outcome variable was motivation to learn, a latent construct with 4 survey items. The predictor variables were literacy skills, educational attainment, and nativity. Covariates were age group, gender, race and ethnicity, employment, income, and health status. The structural equation model with the latent motivation to learn construct was estimated. This figure shows the conceptual model of motivation to learn construct with the 4 survey items, which are: I like to learn new things, I like to get to the bottom of difficult things, I like to figure out how different ideas fit together, and if I don't understand something, I look for additional information to make it clear. The results showed that higher literacy skills and post-secondary educational attainment were associated with motivation to learn, and that foreign-born individuals tended to have lower motivation to learn than US-born individuals. This figure shows the selected unweighted descriptive summary showing gender, age, education, race and ethnicity, and nativity. And this table shows the selected results estimated coefficient from structural equation models. And as you can see, everything besides gender was statistically significant. The main findings were that limited literacy skills, lower educational attainment, and being an immigrant are potential barriers to motivation towards lifelong learning among middle-aged adults in the United States. And educators and researchers should be aware of limited literacy skills, lower educational attainment, and being an immigrant as potential barriers to positive attitudes towards lifelong learning among middle-aged adults. And additional research, especially longitudinal data, is needed to measure the changes in motivation to learn in later life. These are the references that were used for this presentation. And we would like to acknowledge our funder, the Institute of Education Sciences, U.S. Department of Education.